Hello, dear children. Let us begin with the next part, our rights and duties. When we live in a society, we learn to live peacefully. If each person decides to do what he or she thinks is right, there would be chaos. Therefore, the Constitution of India has laid down certain rules which we have to follow. These rules tell us what is right and what is wrong. So, my dear children, because we live in a society समाज में हम रहते हैं, so what we have to do, we have to live peacefully. We have to live peacefully means हमें शांतिपूर्वक रहना होगा. शांतिपूर्वक रहना होगा means that we have to live with by not fighting with each other. We have to be good with each other. Understood? So if we live in this society, then we have to follow certain rules and regulations. Like, take the example of school. If you come to school, you have to follow certain rules and regulations. If there are no rules and regulations in school, then what will happen, my dear children? You will do whatever you want. There will be no rules and regulations. Children will be free to do whatever they want to do, and there will be lot of chaos, lots of confusion, and there will be no discipline in school. In the same way, if you have to live in the society, अगर आपको समाज में रहना है, then you have to follow certain rules and regulations. These rules and regulations are laid down in the Constitution of India, the rule book of India, which helps us to know that what we have to follow and what we have to do. The Constitution of India tells us about what is right and what is wrong. Understood? When all the people accept these rules as a necessity to live peacefully in a society, they become the basis of rights for everyone. If every citizen of India, they know what are the rules and they follow the rules to live peacefully in the society, then what will happen? It becomes our rights. It is not that the Constitution of India gives those rules and regulations which are very tough for us to follow. ऐसा rules and regulations दिया जाता है which is easy for us to follow और वो हमारा rights बन जाता है. It becomes a right. वो हमारा हक बन जाता है. I hope you have understood. Like, let me give you one example. Right to education. Okay. Right to education. Every citizen of India has got the right to get education. पढ़ने का हक है. Every citizen of India has got the right to education. Okay, but when ये एक right है which the Constitution of India has provided to us. Understood? Next. Rules always comes with duties. We cannot enjoy the rights without fulfilling our duties. So whenever there are rights are there, rights always comes with duties. Okay, if we cannot enjoy our rights until and unless we will fulfill the duties. यानी कि if the government is providing us certain rights, we also have to render our duties. We also have to we have certain duties towards the country. Understood? Rights and duties are interlinked. The Constitution of India has laid down certain rules that reminds us of our duties towards the country. Okay, so these rules and regulations are what? They are the duties. They remind us about the duties. And if we will fulfill our duties, we are free to enjoy all the rights. I hope you have understood. Okay, now, being a responsible citizen. We can be the responsible citizen if we carry out the duties as laid down by the Constitution of India. Let us discuss how we can do this. India is a democratic country. In a democratic country, the government is elected by the people during the elections. It is the duty of each citizen who is 18 years old or above to cast his or her vote to elect a government. Now, my dear children, India is a democratic country. What is the meaning of democratic country? A democratic country is a country where the representative of the country or the head of the country is chosen by the people of India. They are chosen? The government, the group of the people, or the representatives, or the head of the people consisting of the group of the people, that is the government. Okay, they all are elected by the people of India by elections. You might have heard this word, yes or no? When elections are there, your mother and father might be going to the booth to cast their vote. Vote देने के लिए मम्मी पापा जाते हैं ना? Do you remember? Yes or no? So ये वोट देकर what they do? They select the members. They select the members who could become the part of the government. Okay, government का part बन सके. I hope you have understood. So it is the duty of each citizen, every citizen of India who is 18 years old and above. That means you people, the children cannot cast their vote. All the people who are 18 years of age and above, they have the right to vote. Right to vote means they have got the freedom to select the representative, to select the head of the country or head of any state. Understood? They have the freedom to cast their vote to elect the government. समझ आया? Did you get that? I hope you have understood. Now next. The government provides us with a number of services to make our life more comfortable. Some of these services are hospitals, schools, and transport, such as buses and trains, post offices, parks, roads, and street light. It is a duty as a good citizen to help the government carry out its work and safeguard the services provided to us. Our government, they provide us with number of services. There are many hospitals, government hospitals. There are many government schools also. Transport systems like bus and trains. Okay, railways, street lights, roads, parks. These are the facilities that a government provide us. So we as the people of this, the citizen of this country has the right, they has a duty to look after these services. We should look after these services. We should not misuse it. We should not make these places dirty. We should safeguard these services. So it becomes our duty to protect these places. As you can see this. I hope you have understood. Now next. The services are provided by the government from the money that it collects as taxes from us. An important duty of every citizen is to pay taxes so that the government has money to carry out its responsibilities. Now, my dear children, these services, the roads, the railways, the parks, okay, how the government maintains it, how they keeps these things clean. You might have seen all those people coming near your home to collect that garbage. That come no गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, and people they come, they take the garbage and they go. How they are paid? Who gives them money? Government gives them money. Those people who come to collect the garbage from your home, who gives them money? The government gives them money. From where the government will get the money? The government gets the money from the money that it collects from us. And that money is known as taxes. Every citizen of India, they have to pay certain amount of money to the government, which is known as tax. Okay, and this tax the government uses to maintain all these services, to look after all these services and to pay to the people who are working under the government. Besides paying taxes, one of our important duties is to take care of the public properties. Public property includes public services that the government provides us, such as streets, buses, trains, and flyovers. So all the government services that government provides, जैसे कि streets, buses and trains, flyovers. So who looks after this? The government, they look after this. But we as the citizen of India have got this responsibility to look after these public properties. We should not destroy these public properties. I hope you have understood. We should keep these places clean. We should not do anything that becomes harmful, that is harmful to these public properties. Understood? Public properties also includes heritage and the cultural sites. Heritage means the buildings, the traditions, the beliefs, the customs. All these things are known as heritage. So heritage and the cultural sites includes the monuments which were built long time ago. So all the historical monuments are the part of heritage. So it is a duty as a good citizen to preserve it. Preserve it means to protect it, so that not only we, our coming generation can also see this heritage or can see this cultural sites. I hope you have understood. Like the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal was built long time ago. Your mother and father might have also seen Taj Mahal. You are also seeing Taj Mahal. So you, as a good citizen of India, has to protect the Taj Mahal, has to look after it. I mean, you should not do something which is harmful to it, so that the coming generation can also see this. I hope you have understood. So India is a large country with people of different communities living together. So it is a social behavior with our neighbors and community which reflects in unity and diversity. Good social behavior also makes us a good citizen of our country and world. So we have to live together with the different people belonging to different customs, traditions, live together in this country. We live together, okay, and this helps us to create a good social behavior. Good social behavior means सबके साथ अच्छे से रहना, even if they belong to any religion or any caste. Okay, so this will make us a good citizen of India. I hope you have understood. So my dear children, please read the lesson carefully, and then I will send you the question answers and book work.